Yes, you very gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day. To save us all from sin's power, from astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Yes, you very gentlemen, let nothing you dismay.
Bob Cratchit steps into the light. The people freeze.
Marley was dead to begin with. Old Marley was as dead as a doornail.
Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day.
There is no doubt that Marley was dead. This must be distinctly understood, or nothing wonderful can come from the story.
Sing a song from Satan's power, we have gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
Scrooge enters. He circles the area, growling at all he passes. He finally sits upon his stool and leans over his writing podium.
Now Scrooge is the sole executor, the sole administrator, the sole assigned, and sole friend. But even Scrooge is not so dreadfully cut up by that sad event, nor any event for that matter.
He was, in short, a tight-twisted occurrence. Scrooge!
He was a squeezing,
Wrenching, gasping, scraping.
Covered his old sin.
Hard and sharp as flint.
The cold within him froze his old features, nipped his pointed nose, shriveled his cheek, stiffened his gait.
Made his eyes red, his thin lips blue.
and spoke out in his grating voice,
Bah! Humbug!
Scrooge kept his own low temperature always about with him. He iced his office in the dog days and did thought one the day of Christmas.
Once upon a time, of all good days in the year on Christmas Eve, old Scrooge sat busy at his counting house. Scrooge had a very small fire, but the clerk's fire was so very much smaller that it looked like one coal.
Bob Cratchit is revealed at a small chair.
But Bob Cratchit, the clerk, couldn't replenish it, for Scrooge kept the coal box in his own room, so he tried to warm himself by the candle, but not being a man of strong imagination, he failed.
Scrooge's nephew enters.
A Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Bah! Humbug!
Christmas, a humbug. You don't mean that, I'm sure.
I do. Merry Christmas. What right have you to be merry? What reason have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
What reason do you have to be dismal? You're rich enough.
Bah! Humbug! What's Christmas time to you but a time for paying bills without money? If I could work my will, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lip should be boiled with his own pudding.
Uncle.
Buried with the steak of holidays are.
Uncle.
Nephew, keep Christmas in your own way and let me keep it in mine.
Keep it, but you don't keep it.
Let me leave it alone then.
I've always thought of Christmas time as a good time. A kind, forgiving, charitable time. The only time I know when men and women seem to open up their shut-up hearts freely. God bless it.
Bob Cratchit involuntarily applauded. Becoming immediately sensible of the impropriety, he poked the fire and extinguished the last frail spark forever.
Let me hear one more sound from you, Bob Cratchit, and you'll keep your Christmas by losing the situation. You're a powerful speaker, sir. I wonder you don't go into Parliament.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come down with us.
I'd rather be roasting for the Christmas goose.
But why, Uncle?
Why? Why did you get married?
Because I fell in love.
Because you fell in love!
Scrooge growled as though love was the only word in the world more ridiculous than Merry Christmas.
Nay, Uncle, you never came to see me before. Why give this reason now?
Good afternoon.
I want nothing from you but to be friends.
Good afternoon.
I'm sorry with all my heart, but I'll keep my Christmas humor to the last. So, Merry Christmas,
Good afternoon.
and a Happy New Year.
Humbug!
When Scrooge's nephew, two other men came in.
They were portly gentlemen, pleasant to behold, and now stood with their hats off in Scrooge's office.
Scrooge and Marley, gentlemen. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge and Mr. Marley?
Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years. He died 7 years ago, this very night.
yes, well, at this festive season of the year, Mrs. Scrooge, It is more than usually desirable that we make slight provisions for the poor and destitute who suffer greatly at this present time.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons, sir.
And the workhouses? Are they still in operation?
They are. Wish I could save them all.
I help support the establishments I have just mentioned. They cost enough and those who are badly off must go there.
Many would rather die.
If they had rather die, they had better do it and decrease the surplus population. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Seeing that it be useless to pursue their point, the gentleman withdrew.
At the hour of the house arrived. Bob Cratchit left his candle out in front of his house.
You want the whole day tomorrow, I suppose.
If not convenient, sir.
It's not convenient. It's not fair.
The clerk observed that is only once a year.
A poor excuse. We're picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. But once you must have the whole day. Be here all the earlier the next morning.
The clerk promised he would, and Scrooge walked out with the growl.
Scrooge took a really his usual melancholy temper, and then he went home.
Scrooge looks both ways for the same crowd, but he does not see them. Happily, he steps into the street, only to be swallowed by the crowd again. Scrooge is spun in a circle.
Sweet silver bells all sing the same, come cares away, Christmas is here, Scrooge not alone, he's in the world, and all that is his song, looking on his door. Here's the cheer,
Scrooge appears hunched over as he approaches his window to his house. Arriving home, Scrooge approached the door of his house. There was nothing very particular about the door, except it was very large. And of course, there's the window frost.
Scrooge! Scrooge!
Marley? I see. Am I playing tricks on me?
Scrooge went inside and straight away to his bedroom.
And as he dressed for bed, strange sounds began to fill his room. Scrooge!
Evan!
There! Scrooge!
Zer.
Scrooge! Humbug!
Scrooge!
It's humbug still! I won't believe it!
It was Marley's ghost, his body still completely transparent.
Now Scrooge had often heard it said that Marley had no bowels, but he never believed it. Until now.
How now? What do you want with me?
Much.
Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
Who were you then?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Can you sit down?
Okay.
Do it then!
Scrooge asked the question because he didn't know whether it was so transparent by finding himself in the condition to take a chair.
You don't believe in me?
I don't.
Why do you doubt in your senses?
Because, maybe a little thing affects them. A slight disorder of the stomach. It may be an undigested bit of beef, a blot of mustard, a crumb of cheese, a fragment of underdone potato.
At this, the spirit raised a frightful cry and shook his chain with such an appalling and dismaying noise that it brought Scrooge upon his knees.
Ah!
Mercy! Why have spirits walked here? Why have they come to me?
It is required of every man and the spirit within him walk abroad among his fellow men. And if that spirit goes not forth in life, he is condemned to do so after death. Woe is me.
You are fetish. Tell me why.
I wear the chains I forged in life. I made it link by link and yard by yard. I gathered it on my own free will. And by my own free will I work. Is its pattern strange to you? Or would you recognize the long and heavy coil you bear yourself. It was as heavy and long as this. 7 Christmas Eves ago. It is a ponderous chain.
Jacob, be comfort to me.
I have nothing, Ebenezer. I have nothing to give.
But you were always such a good man of business.
Business! Mankind was my business. Charity, love, and forbearance were all my business. Listen now, my time is nearly gone. I'm here to warn you that you yet have a chance to escape my fate.
You're always such a good friend to me, Jacob.
You'll be haunted by 3 spirits.
Is that the chance you spoke of?
It is.
Then, I'd rather not.
You will be haunted by 3 ghosts.
Can I take them all at once and have it over with?
The first you will meet the next night when the hour strikes 1. The second upon the next night at the same time. The third upon the last night when the stroke of 12 has ceased to vibrate.
And the apparition said these words, he walked into the darkness.
Beware. Beware.
Humbug!
Scrooge went to bed without undressing and fell asleep upon the instant.
He begins to sing, O Holy Night.
O holy night, the stars are brightly shining. Is the night our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and ever pining, till He appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary soul rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. On your knees, oh, heed the angel voices, oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born, oh, night divine, oh, night divine.
When Scrooge awoke, he was so drunk that looking out of the bed, he could scarcely distinguish the transparent window from the opaque walls of the chamber.
I can scarcely distinguish the transparent window from the opaque walls of my chamber.
I just said that.
Sorry.
Suddenly, the clock fell silent.
In an instant, the light flashed in the room, and before Scrooge stood a strange-looking figure.
The ghost of Christmas past appears. This ghost is soft and gentle. Its robes and gowns seem to flutter in the night air. The spirit is delicate and glowing.
It was a figure like a child. Not so like a child, but like an adult viewed through some supernatural medium.
Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
The ghost speaks with a low, harsh voice.
I am.
The voice was soft and gentle.
I am.
It was singularly low, as if instead of being right beside him, it was at a distance.
Who and what are you?
I'm the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No, you're
liable to fall.
Bear but a touch of my candle, daring, and you should be upheld in more than it is.
As the words were spoken, they passed through the wall and stood up upon the country road. Fulfilled on the other side, the darkness and the mist had vanished, leaving a clear, cold winter day with snow upon the ground.
Good heavens! I was bred in this place. I was a boy here.
Scrooge was immediately conscious of 1,000 odors floating through the air, each one connected to 1,000 thoughts, hopes, joys, and cares, long forgotten.
Your lip is trembling. And what is upon your cheek?
Nothing.
Do you recollect the way?
Remember it? I could walk it blindfold.
Strange to have forgotten it for so many years. Let us move on.
The meadows are filled with joy.
Boys and girls in great spirits running happily.
Shaggy pony.
Snowballs and
Snowmen.
Fresh baked fries. The smell is spicy.
These are but shadows of things that happen.
Good day. Hello. Hello there?
They have no consciousness.
My old schoolhouse.
The schoolhouse is not quite deserted. A solitary child, neglected by his friends, is left there still.
I wish. I remember. Nothing. Never mind.
What's the matter?
Nothing. There was just someone carolling and seeing Christmas carols at my door last night. I should like to give it a chance. That's all.
The ghost smiled thoughtfully.
Let us see another Christmas.
Dear brother.
Fan!
Ebenezer.
My sister, Fan, alive again!
I have come to bring you home, dear brother.
Home, little fan?
Yes, home forever and ever. Home for good and all. Father is so much kinder than he used to be that home's like heaven. He spoke so generously one night that I was not afraid to ask him once more if he might come home. And he said yes, you should. And he sent me in a coach to go to you. And you're never to come back here again. And you're going to have the merriest time in the world.
You're quite the woman, little fan.
Always a delicate creature, whom a breath might have withered. But she had a large heart.
So she had. You're right.
And died a woman, and had, as I think, children.
One child. She died bringing him into this world.
Your nephew.
Yes.
The ghost moved to a certain warehouse and asked Scrooge if he knew it.
Know it? I was apprenticed here. Why so Fezziwig? Bless his heart. It's Fezziwig, alive again.
Yo ho there! No more work tonight, boys. Ebenezer, Dick,
Here we are, Mr. Fezziwig.
you home, boys. No more work tonight. It's Christmas, Ebenezer. Christmas, Dick. Let's have the curtains up before a man can say Jack Robinson.
Ebenezer, there's a dream I have quite often.
And what may that be, Dick?
One day, one Christmas day, I hope to hold as great a party as little Fezziwig.
I've dreamt the same myself.
Then we'll hold our parties as one, and we'll invite all our friends.
Friends long forgotten.
And there'll be food,
And drink.
and presents for all.
And you and I will be hailed as the kindest of gentlemen.
And everyone will love and admire us.
Sorry, boo.
Good evening, Mrs. Fezziwig.
Good evening, ma'am.
Boys, tonight will be a great night. A night to remember.
Ah, there's my beautiful wife. Clear away, my lads, and let's make lots of room here.
We have dancing to do.
And who better to choose for a dance partner than my own wife?
You're assuming that I've had your proposal?
You've been accepting my proposals for 25 years. I see no reason you stop now.
Suddenly, enough. He's wearing a substantial sign.
Beautiful woman, followed by their young, broken-hearted suitors. Housemaids, cooks, barbers, and bakers.
The Fezziwigs saw no class structure. They saw no positions of wealth and prestige. They saw only good hearts and good souls.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Come we now are gay and apparel.
Fa la 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 la.
You made people so full of gratitude. A small matter.
Small?
Why? Is it not. He spent but a few pounds of immortal money. 3 or 4 pounds, perhaps. Is that so much that he deserves his praise?
Oh, the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la.
Spirit, he has the power to render us happy or unhappy, to make our services light or burdensome, a pleasure or a toil. The happiness he gives is quite as great as if it cost a fortune.
Hurry, quick. My time grows short.
Young Scrooge begins talking with his fiancée girl.
Don't be ridiculous.
Ebenezer, I'm not being ridiculous, and even if I was, isn't it proper to be ridiculous when you're in love?
I don't have time to be ridiculous. I have a career to think about.
Do you have time to be in love?
Love is for fools.
Then I am a fool who loves a man who does not love me. I matter little to you, very little.
What idols replaced you?
The golden one.
This is the even-handed dealing of the world. There's nothing on which it is so hard as poverty.
Scrooge tries to stop the young shadow of himself from speaking.
Don't go on.
And there's nothing it professes to condemn with such severity as the pursuit of wealth.
You fear the world too much. Your hopes have merged with hope of being beyond the chance of its further reproach.
I'm not changed towards you.
You are changed. When you made your promise to me, you were another man.
I was a boy. I'm a man now. I must consider making a living. This world demands a certain status. If I do not achieve that status, we will always be forced to struggle. I do all I do for you.
You fool!
For me?
Money is the key to all things.
No, Ebenezer. Love is key. Companionship.
Belle, I do love you, but I cannot afford to live without means. It is not fair for you or myself.
Our contract is an old one, made when we were both poor and content to be so.
No more.
Your own feelings tell me that you are not what you are. You say that you love me, but you also love love. I release you from your promise.
I do not seek a release.
In words, no.
Then what?
Tell me, Ebenezer, would you seek me out and try to win me now?
I must think of my career.
Would you seek me out now?
Young Scrooge does not answer.
Answer her, you idiot! Answer her!
The ghost had disappeared magically, leaving Scrooge in his bedroom.
It was his own room. There's no doubt about that.
He was exhausted.
His mind reeled from all that he had seen. Was it a dream, or was
Suddenly, the clock bell rang.
Christmas present in that one end of the room.
Come in, come in. You know me better, man.
He hung his head before the spirit.
I'm the ghost of Christmas present. Look upon me. You've never seen the likes of me before.
Never.
And never a truer statement had been spoken.
The ghost wore a large coat lined in fur, and upon his head was placed a wreath of holly.
Have you never worked with younger members of my family?
I'm afraid I've not. I don't think so. Have you had many brothers, Spirit?
More than 18 years.
A tremendous family to provide for. Spirit, conduct me where you will. I went forth last night on compulsion and learned a lesson which is working now. If you must teach me today, let me profit by it.
And touch my ear.
We are now at the Cratchit home.
Bob Cratchit's house. Spirit, why do you bring me here?
Shut your mortal mouth and listen.
What has ever got your precious father and your brother, Tiny Tim, not to mention our delay by half an hour?
Here's Martha.
He's Martha, mother.
Oh, bless your heart alive, my dear, how late you are.
We are doing a birthday last night. I have to clear away this morning, Mother.
Never mind so long as you are here. Lord bless you.
Oh, she's coming. Hi, Martha. Hi.
Why, where's our Martha?
Not coming.
Not coming? Not coming upon Christmas Day?
Here I am, Father.
stopped listening to himself so much and thinks the changes in real life. He told me coming home that both the people saw him in church because he was a cripple, and it might be pleasant for them to remember upon Christmas Day who made and beggars walk and unceased.
His active cry could be heard on the floor and King thanked him before another word could be spoken.
The goose is served.
What a wonderful goose. Is that all they have, Spirit?
That's all they can afford.
What a splendid goose.
Spirit, tell me if King Tim will live.
I see a vacant seat in a poor chimney corner and cut without name, carefully preserved. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
Oh no, kind Spirit. Say he will be spared.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, none of their brothers will find them. But then, if he decides to die, he'd better do it. Increase the circle of population.
Mrs. Scrooge, I'll give you Mrs. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
The founder of the I wish I had him here. I give him a piece of my mind to time. I hope he has a good appetite for it.
I do, the children's Christmas Day.
It should be Christmas, I am sure, on which one drinks to the health of such an odious, hard, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge. You know he is Robert. No one knows better than you do, poor fellow.
My dear, Christmas Day.
I'll drink to his health for your sake, and the day's not for his. Long life to him. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. He'll be very happy and very merry, I have no doubt.
God bless us, everyone.
They seem so happy.
Happy? How could they be happy? They are poor.
Yes.
Again they moved through the town. The snow fell and the wind blew.
The powerful blows of the weather did not give any harm to Scrooge or the Spirit.
What is this place?
It's where the son of your sister, Ben, is.
My nephew.
Glad he's not coming. He would only succeed in fearing our guests.
Nonsense, he's harmless.
How could one so harmless hate Christmas so much?
He said that Christmas is a humbug, as I live and breathe. He believed it too.
More shame for him.
She was very pretty, exceedingly pretty, with a dimpled, surprised-looking capital face, a ripe little mouth that seemed to have been made to be kissed. Altogether, she was what you would have called satisfactory, you know, but provoking too. Oh, perfectly satisfactory.
He's a comical old fellow, that's the truth. And not so as pleasant as he might be. However, his offenses carry their own punishment. His money will be his own undoing.
I'm sure he's very rich, Fred. At least that's what Thomas told me.
His wealth is of no use to him. He doesn't do any good with it. He doesn't benefit us with it. And he certainly won't make himself comfortable with it.
I have no patience for him.
Oh, I do. I can never be mad with him, even if I tried.
That's the way his mother was always with me. Never at end and always there with a smile.
A smile that lives on in her child.
And so what does he lose? A dinner?
I think he loses a very good dinner and a Christmas party unlike any other in this good old town.
Well, I intend to give him the same chance every year, whether he likes it or not, for I pity him. He may really like Christmas year after year till he dies, but he cannot help think better of it. I defy him. If he finds me going there in good temper year after year saying, Uncle Scrooge, how are you?
You are insane.
To Uncle Scrooge, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
To Uncle Scrooge. Scrooge notices that the ghost looks ill.
Spirit, forgive me, but I noticed you look weak and tired. Was Spirit life so short?
Like upon the close. It's very brief. It ends
Tonight?
Time is drawing near.
Spirit, forgive me if I'm not justified in asking you this, but I see something weak. It's strange and ill-begotten, clinging to you now.
From the folding of its robe, it brought forth two children, wretched, abject, frightful, hideous, miserable. They knelt at his feet and clung to his garment.
Spirit, are they yours?
They are man's, and they cling to me, appealing from their fathers. This boy is ignorant, and this girl is not. Beware them both, but most of all beware the boy. For on his brow I see that written which is due, lest the writing be erased.
Have they no refuge or resource?
Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses? The bells.
Scrooge lifted up his eyes, beheld a solemn phantom, draped and hooded, coming like a mist along the ground towards him.
The ghost of Christmas past, or Christmas yet to come entered.
I am in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come. You're about to show me things that have not happened, but will happen in time before. That's so, Spirit.
Lifted one from my hand to lead the way.
Ghost of the future, I fear you more than any scepter I've ever seen. But as I know your purpose is to do me good, I'm prepared to bear your company. Lead on, lead on.
I only know he's dead.
When did he die?
Last night, I believe.
What was the matter with him? I thought he'd never die.
I'd say his heart, but we all know he didn't have it.
What did he do with his money?
I don't know. Left it at his company, perhaps? He hasn't left it to me, that's all I know.
It is likely to be a very cheap funeral, for upon my life, I don't know anyone that will go to it. Suppose we make it a party and volunteer?
I don't mind going if the lunch is provided. I must be fed.
They moved deeper into areas where Scrooge had never penetrated before.
He stopped and the shops and huts of rich.
The people were half naked, drunken, ugly. Alleyways and archeries, like so many chessboards, disgorged their fences of smell and dirt.
And lied.
Scrooge and the phantom came in the presence of a man, just as two women slipped into his shop.
All right, here, take this. What are you looking at? Every person has the right to take care of themselves. He always did.
That's true indeed. No man more so.
Who's the worst for the loss of a few things like these? Not a dead man, I suppose.
No indeed.
If he had wanted to keep him after he was dead, little Scrooge, why wasn't he natural in his lifetime?
True, if he had been, he would have had somebody to look after him as he was struck with death instead of lying gasping alone by himself.
Stop talking and open your bundles. What have we here? A seal, a pencil case, a pair of sleeve buttons, and a pocket watch. That's your account. I wouldn't give you another $6 to be boiled for doing it. I give tuition to ladies, it's a weakness of mine.
Now I'll do my bundle, Joe.
What do you call this?
Bed curtains.
You don't mean you took them all, rings and all, with him lying there?
Yes, I do. Why not?
You're born to make a fortune, and you'll certainly do it.
Look at the blankets.
His blankets.
He isn't likely to get cold without it. Now look at the shelf. Not a whole lot of time or place in it. They weren't wasted if it hadn't been for me.
What do you call the wasting of it?
Putting it on him to be buried in for sure.
Spirit. I see. The case of this unhappy man might be my own. My life hangs that way now. This is a fearful place. In leaving it, I shall not leave its lesson. Trust me.
No. Surely he showed no mercy in collecting the debt. He showed none.
Then he will take all we have. He will throw us into the street.
There is hope yet.
If he relents, there is. Nothing is past hope if a miracle has happened.
Oh yes, for he is past relenting. He is dead.
Does no one feel sorrow for this dead man?
Dead?
When I tried to see him, to obtain a week's delay on monies owed to him, I was told he was dead. Knowing his disposition, I thought it was merely an excuse to avoid speaking with me, but it turns out to be quite true.
I think it could be a miracle.
Surely they care more about this dead man than about clearing the debt.
To whom will our debt be transferred?
I don't know, but before that time, we shall be ready with the money.
And even if we're not, it would be a bad fortune to find a meaner, stingier creditor for his expenses.
We may sleep tonight with light hearts.
Spirit, let me see some tenderness connected with the dead. Will that dark chamber spirit, which you just left now, will ever be present to me, in my mind.
The ghost conducted them through the streets from over to 11 feet.
As they went along, here and there to find themselves.
Nowhere to be seen.
The colors hurt my eyes. It makes them weak by candlelight, and I wouldn't show weak eyes to your father when he comes home for the world. It must be near his time.
That's right. I think he's a little slower than he should be done.
I've known him to walk with tiny tail upon his shoulder. Very classy.
He was very light to carry, and all the light to show there was no trouble at all.
And there's your father at the door.
Hello.
Did you go there today?
Yes, my dear. It would have done you good if you came. Wait. Yes, my dear, I wish you could have came. It would have done you good to see how clean the place it is. But you've seen it soon. You see it often. I promised him to walk there and thank you. My little love child. My little Tim.
The spirit moves on and Scrooge follows. The Cratchits exit. A lone haunted voice is heard singing, God rest ye merry gentlemen. Scrooge is led to a graveyard.
As Spirit led Scrooge into darkness.
Suddenly the air was filled with phantoms.
Wandering hither and thither in restless haste.
All moaning as they went.
Good day, Scrooge.
Ebenezer, join us.
Come, Scrooge. Come.
Join us.
Ebenezer,
We're waiting.
I fear this place, Spirit.
The spirit stood among the graves and pointed down to one.
Before I draw near to that stone that you point to, answer me one question. Are these the shadows of things that will happen, or that might happen only?
So the ghost pointed down to the grave by which it stood.
Men's horses were foreshadow certain end, to which, if preserved, they must lead. But the horses are departed from, the ends must change. Say your soul is what you tell me, Spirit.
Scrooge crept toward them, trembling as he went, and read upon the grave his own name.
Ebenezer Scrooge. Spirit, I'm not the man I was before. I will not be the man I must have been. I hope to change these shadows by an altered life. I'll honor Christmas in my heart and keep it all the year. I'll live in the past, present, and future.
Holding up his hands as a last prayer to have his fate reversed,
He saw an alteration in the phantom's hood and dress.
It shrunk, collapsed, and dwindled down into a bedsheet.
The spirit has disappeared.
Yes, the bedsheet was his own.
Sunlight pours onto the stage through Scrooge's bedroom window.
I'm home. I'm alive. I don't know what... I'm home. I'm alive. I'm as light as a feather. I'm as merry as an angel. I'm as merry as a drunken schoolboy. Hello. Hello there. I don't know how long I've been among the spirits. I don't know anything, actually. In fact, I'm quite the baby. Well, never mind. I'd rather be a baby. Hello. Hello there.
Running to the window, he opened it and put out his head.
What's today? What's today, my fine fellow?
Today what? Christmas Day.
Christmas Day? I haven't missed it. The spirits have done it all one night. Hello there, my fine friend.
Hello.
Do you know the butcher's the next street over?
I show by you.
An intelligent boy. A remarkable boy. Do you know where they sold the prize turkey there? The big one, not the little one.
I show by you.
A fine boy. It's a pleasure to talk to him. Yes, my buck.
It's hanged over there now.
Go and buy it.
You got to be.
No, I'm in earnest. Go and buy it and tell him to bring me here that I may tell you where to take it. Come back with the man and I'll give you a shilling. Come back with the man in half an hour. In 5 minutes and I'll give you half a crown.
The ball is off like a shot.
I shall send it to Bob Craig. He shan't know who sent, of course. It's twice the size of Tiny Tim. I love it. I love life.
He dressed himself in his best and finally got himself out onto the streets. Meeting the boy, he gave him directions to Bob Cratchit's and sent him and the turkey on his way.
Scrooge had not gone far when, coming towards him, he beheld the two portly gentlemen who had walked into his counting house the day before.
My dear sirs, I hope you succeeded yesterday. It was very kind of you. That is my name, and I fear it may not be pleasant to you. However, will you do me the favor of...
Lord bless me! Are you serious, Mr. Scrooge?
If you please, not a farthing less. A great many back payments are included in it.
My dear sir, I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything. Come and see me. Will you come and see me?
We will!
Thank you, my dear sirs. Thank you 50 times. Bless you. Fred, it is I.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
Your uncle.
No.
Humbug!
Uncle Scrooge!
I'm sorry. I've been a foolish old man, Fred. I've neglected you for many years. I blamed you for what was not your fault. I've come to dinner. Will you take me in?
He was immediately welcome. He was appreciated and loved. And for a man who knew no love in his life, it was a very warm feeling.
A feeling that Scrooge quite liked.
You were wonderful, and tonight our dinner was not good enough.
Scrooge was in his office the next morning. Oh, he was early there. Only if he could catch Bob Cratchit coming in late. That was the thing he set his heart upon.
I'm very sorry, sir. I'm quite by my time.
You are. Step this way, please. No.
Oh, it's only once a year, sir. It shall not be repeated. I was having rather merry yesterday.
Now, I'll tell you what, my friend. I'm not going to stand with this sort of thing any longer. Therefore, I'm going to raise your salary.
Bob Cratchit momentarily had the idea of knocking Scrooge down and calling for the people in court for help in a straitjacket.
A Merry Christmas, Bob. A Merry Christmas, Bob, that I've given you for many years. I'll raise your salary, endeavor to assist your struggling family, and we'll discuss your affairs over Christmas bowl of punch. Make up the fires and buy them a postcard before you dot another I, Bob Cratchit.